Hello there team, so this is a 3v4 siege, actually 1, 2, 3, 4, yep good, 3v4 siege on Carn Dum. It is, it's pretty much a good versus evil what it is really, with Numenor taking the role of an evil faction, which I think is justified, given their kind of dubious history. I'll be starting the recording now, even though things are a bit jumbled up, but that's just so that I can rattle through the defenders' armies while they're kind of organised here. Steward of Dale is really nicely organised his men up for me right here. So he's playing as Rohan, which I personally really like Rohan in a siege scenario. I think it takes a bit of skill to use them properly in a siege, but it can be done, and it can be done very well. So it's definitely not a certain pick, unless you know what you're doing. But Steward of Dale certainly does, I would say. Riddermark Spears here. I'm actually going to scroll up a bit, make it a bit easier for myself. Riddermark Spears, some more Riddermark Spears. 2 Riddermark Axemen there. 2 of these Westmark Marshals. Some nicely jam-packed Helm's Hammers there. Some more Riddermark Archers, or actually, sorry, Riddermark Archers, yep. First we've seen of them. We've got Helmingas, 3 units of Helmingas, I think. Actually, nope, sorry, we are continuing along this line. It's just hard to tell with the Arthedain forces mixed in there. But no, so Helmingas, and Helmingas, definitely solid pick because they're competent in melee, along with being archers. So siege is perfect for them. We've got some Eastmark Spears there, and some more Eastmark Spears. They actually look quite nice. Never really looked at their model too much before. The Shield Maidens of Rohan, one of the 2 units of them there, probably the most important reason. I think Rohan is a solid pick for a siege, but even then, like, a lot of their units can throw things. Then we've got some Westmark Spearmen, 2 units of them there, and some Westmark Infantry. I'm really surprised that we've not got the Guardians of the Golden Hall here today, actually, speaking of ranged units. But no, that's fair enough. Perhaps they've already been grabbed. That's a fair point. I will be looking out for them. His ally, Mr. Sneak, is playing as Arthedain. Up in the front, we've got some Evandom Archers here. And let's see, this is going to be a bit tricky. Some Arthedain Men-at-Arms, some more Arthedain Men-at-Arms, all nicely armoured up there. Some Arthedain Pikes, again, armour upgrade, and a Numinous Gate Guard. Apart from that, no, I think he is grabbing his people before I can see them. Something that was here, which I'll try and spot. I actually missed this the first time. This is why I started recording it again, because this all happened very quickly. He's got 2 units of Dunedain Scouts and 2 units of Dunedain Mounted Company. So I started the recording and they were already, well, I won't spoil it. And then the person that sent me the replay is ULC. He is playing as the Dwarves of Erebor here. So he's got Ironfoot Pikes, more Ironfoot Pikes, some Dwarven Miners, of course, there's been a bit of fodder, some Axe Guard of Erebor, a Catapult, always useful, especially on Carn Dum. Some Axe Throwers, more Axe Throwers, actually. Ooh, alright, nope, that's fair. Just thought they looked different, but it was because I was looking at them from behind. Thought one had an armor upgrade that I didn't know about. Some Ironfoot Warriors there, and mixed in with some Ironfoot Spears, some crossbows there, some more Ironfoot Spears and Warriors, Ironfoot Spears, and some Dragon Slayers on this far side. Hopefully no Hoachas today to just chase them away immediately. Sons of Durin, we're spawning some Ironfoot Warriors, and some more crossbows. Nothing, oh, Mr. Sneak, that's very kind of you. Let's see if there's anything we missed. Knights of Illuminus, dismounted. Some Arthedain Marksmen with an armor upgrade, okay, cool. And lots of Men-at-Arms, Forest Errand Defenders, lots of Forest Errand Defenders. Some Knights, they're Forest Errand Knights, and the 2 Pikes we saw, a Numinous Gate Guard, and some Dunedain Rangers. That's the only Ranger unit the Defenders are going to have today, because I didn't see any Blacklocks. None of the Blacklocks are Rangers, of course, but they're body piercing, which is always important in a siege. So we'll zoom out and start with Numenor over here, by Deus Vult Domain, yeah, Domain. And We've got some Carn Dum Swordmasters here, some Royal Legion of Armenelos. He's got the General in with the Swordmasters. The Belgar Archers here in the back, along with some Romena Bows, 2 units off them there, some Seafarers. I always think Romena Bows are kind of difficult in a siege. When it comes to sieging, or at least attacking in a siege, I like my men to have a lot of ammunition, or my archers anyway, to have a lot of ammunition, rather than really be incredibly hard at punching. Some Royal Guard there. Romena Infantry, 2 units off them there. Some more Romena Infantry, another 2 units. Okay, cool. So he's definitely not a lot of fodder is being brought. No, there it is. Some 2 Belgar Footmen, 3 Belgar Footmen. Yeah, good. So he is taking a fair bit of fodder, but Numenor is definitely going to be required to go toe to toe with. I would say even the Arthedain men at arms are going to give people a bit of bother, but definitely the Dwarves. Eastron Guard here, pointed them out in the last battle. They can receive an armor upgrade that I didn't know about, but they've not gone through that today. The Dragon's Breath Cannon, exceptional in a siege as long as it can get a shot. It's going to be a bit tricky until these walls are down, but I think it's 1 artillery piece per team, so they're not going to have an ability to take the walls down. We've got some Scion Rim. I should say this is a nerdy egg. I was trying to say elderly egg for some reason. Some Scion Rim, some Flag Rim, 2 of them, some Gamp Rim, 3 of them there, Nar Rim, Balchoth Tribesmen, and Eastron Clansmen in the back, Eastron Warriors, and some Camels Chosen. So definitely not fodder today from Rune. They're going to need some numbers, which hopefully one of the armies are going to be providing. We'll see. Dunlending Clansmen here. And Isengard has actually deployed all of his men far back. Now, when I first went through this, I was like, why has he done that? But then I remembered he's up against an Arthedain and a Rohan. I'm going to mute my phone in a moment. He's up against an Arthedain and a Rohan, so this is actually a really smart plan. You're going to likely be facing some cavalry when you've got 2 2 factions with exceptional cavalry against you. This is clever as well. He's sort of set up his ram right there on his left flank. I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but those crossbowmen are nice and snug where they are. 2 crossbows. This is Mat Rasp. Behind them, some Uruk-hai pikes. Uruk-hai infantry, more and more. Some Dunlending berserkers, Dunlending veterans, some half-orc Bane Guard there. We're seeing something? Nope. Mixed in amongst them, some Nazhai, and some Uruk-hai pikes on the back as well, and some Dunlending clansmen, more Dunlending berserkers, and some trolls. Very safe. You do not want to come near this with Cav. And again, not a lot of numbers and more focused on good quality troops. Mordor here by oh goodness me, 9 num. He's got some orc fodder, 2 units of orc fodder. Always a sold, yeah. Every a gentleman really does bring 2 units of orc fodder. Orc javelins here on the left. Some blackguard of Barad-dûr. Moranon infantry, lots of Moranon infantry here. Moranon halberdiers, 2 units of them. Some Saurons well, and some orc maulers. And now there's probably and the Nazgul, Nazgul, and some mountain trolls, and some Uruk-hai. Okay, I was going to say that the Mordor sort of brought the numbers today, and he has to an extent with his Moranon infantry, but still, I would have expected him to bring a bit more than that. It's kind of concerning. I remember there was a bit of a discussion in one of the videos for, I think it was Umad. Yeah, it was one of Umad's sieges recently, and people were actually it was the Moria siege, and people were discussing that they felt bringing quality armies on the attack was actually becoming a more viable option recently, and they were seeing a lot more success with it. And I often do that myself, so I can't really disagree with it. But when you've got all 4 attackers bringing quality armies, I do worry with that. It's always important or helpful, at least helpful, to have one of your attackers just bringing a swarm that's just gonna use up enemy ammunition, gonna tease out some catapult shots. So it's yeah, this is, I'm getting worried already. But hey, this might sort of put that theory to the test a little bit. See, I wanted to start really nice and early. I'll probably speed it up in a second, but because I do not want to miss the actions of these Dunedain scouts. We do not have the Grey Company, though, unless they were hiding in amongst that. But I do not expect that to be the case. I think with 2 units of Dunedain scouts and 1 unit of Dunedain, yeah, I almost said Dunlanding. 1 unit of Dunedain mounted company. This could be good, especially since we're not seeing. You know, we don't have any wargs, or we don't have any. I can't remember what runes anti-cavalry is. Everybody's got so many spears, though, so it's good. But this is why I think it's always nice to just bring 1 unit of wargs. They're not cheap, of course, but say if Isengard had just said in the beginning, when they were all setting up their armies, hey guys, I'm going to bring 1 unit of wargs, I think that can be beneficial because you can kind of zoom around a bit now. Of course, with 1 unit of wargs, you're not going to be able to shut down 3 units of cav, but yeah, so it could be scary. I'm frightened for Rune. He's gonna have to use his Narem's archer fire to deal with this, I think. So that's the start there. Especially as well, Numenor, he's got some Belgar archers to scare them off. And of course he's got a lot of Belgar footmen. But so they need to come rushing out right away, which they are. Usually the start of a Carn Dum siege, I love Carn Dum sieges. I think Carn Dum is definitely one of my favourite maps. It takes quite a while to get going. So when you do have a cavalry rush, it can get pretty exciting. This is a 47,000 frames. It's been 5,000 off deployment and preparation, which is certainly not a short time, but I've had a lot longer games. Am I miscounting? Yep, no, 2 units of Dunedain scouts there, and but 47,000 frames is quite a while, and I suspect it's gonna take I think one of the reasons that it's gonna take so long is because this cav has gone out here. And the attacker's going to be very careful advancing until that's dealt with. And as I say, since they don't have any cav to chase them down, they kind of need to react to what this cav's going to do. They can't come chasing around with infantry. Oh, the Royal Guard. Their arrows could be effective here, yeah. They're not. It won't seem like too much of a waste. The Romena bows are, of course, not what you want to use for this. That would be such a shame. Not that these are poor quality units by any stretch, but it's just you want to use those to be punching through the dwarves, I would say, or the heavily armored Arthedain units. Not really this, I would say, relatively lightly armored cav. So they're running off there. I might speed it back up, but I do always like to see how people prepare for these situations, because I've said it before in a few of my battles. This is where I screw up really bad. You know, I make a lot of mistakes when it comes to cavalry. It's making me nervous. You know, that's when I tend to screw up. Now, he doesn't have a long way to move, and that's when you do make mistakes. But I don't see this Dragon's Breath cannon firing a shot toward the cav. That would maybe. If he could get, they're going to be moving targets. I don't know. If he could get 2 good clean shots on one of those units, that would be kind of it. Whoa, that was a trick shot and a half. Okay, that was unfortunate for him. I don't know why that did that. Okay. But unfortunately, yep, the other one missed, and these are fast units, and Mr. Sneakman's probably not even going to be too upset. Like, if he loses a handful of his cav to really tease out a lot of this Dragon's Breath fire, it's going to be okay. What is he firing off against? Some Gamprim, nicely armoured, with a shield, but still, not going to love taking archer fire. And oh dear, yeah. So the Narim they're good archers. They've got good, powerful arrows to fire. So it's you know, only taking out two guys for two full volleys is going to be upsetting. But saying like this is nothing against a nerdy egg here. This is all he can do. Ooh. Oh no, two more down. Yeah. I would say that this is something that the attackers, you know, like it's clear that the attackers were ready for it. Everybody deployed in a careful formation, but I just don't think everybody took the necessary units to counter this. Saying that though, these guys are dropping faster than I would have thought. How much damage are they doing for it? They're taking out a few guys, but it won't really start to drop too fast because, as I say, they've got a shield. It'd be these Eastern warriors would dive really fast, but they're not really good quality. Oh, he's getting up close with this. Where's he going for? No, Gambrim are definitely his target, which I understand. But to be honest, if I was a nerdy egg, I still forgot to mute my phone. If I was a nerdy egg here, I would be okay with losing a unit of Gambrim if it took all the ammunition out of these guys. It's not something you want to do, but if that's all he's able to hit, if that's all the damage he's able to do to you, okay. You know, I would get these guys turned around. Even if they don't have a shield, I believe units take more damage when they're being shot from behind than they do from the front. I might be wrong in that, but that's something I thought was the case. More guys getting shot down here. But yeah, I don't think Mr. Steamman will be too upset about that. Like, ooh, okay. Mordor is not being slowed down. Jeepers, they got there fast. I guess he deployed his ram really quite far forward, but no, he went for it. Now, of course, Arthedain is going to be, or Mr. Snakeman is going to be microing the heck out of his cav out there, which is going to mean that this far side attack is going to be a bit tricky for him. Well, it would be tricky for me, but he seems to be doing alright with it. Also, since the enemy have only brought a Dragon's Breath cannon, they don't have to worry about their walls coming down. It can take down walls, but jeepers, it takes so long, and it's a waste of the ammunition if they're going to be taking down walls with it. So, I would be really tempted to, well, there's no point doing it here, but it means that they can freely remount the walls. Say had the enemy brought a trebuchet, that's Carn Dum's walls start to very quickly become a danger for you. Oh, see, this is a good shot now. We are seeing some guys dropping there. I've got a whiny cat there. Hopefully she relaxes. Numenor being very careful here. Yeah, if they manage to slip through that gap, they ain't coming back out. So that's quite clever from it.
Let courage and skill at arms lead our way.
Oh, which siege tower was that again? Yep, that was over here. I know Jasmine, very good girl. The Arthedain men at arms here. They're going to be cutting through the Belegar footmen. I do speak quite highly of the Belegar footmen, to be honest, but this is not something that they can deal with. Especially not with an armor upgrade there for the boys. But, yeah, see, I personally wouldn't be doing this right now. I wouldn't be throwing my guys up right now because there's nothing else really to come in after them. Even if they were to say kill, they would get lucky and say kill for a Arthedain man at arms. I just don't think you've gained much from that, and you've lost, you've lost a lot of your Belegar footmen. But we'll see. Hey, I might be wrong. That always seems like such a big drop for me. Guys coming down already broken their leg, but no. Zoom.
Damn them all! The enemy's ram is through our gates.
Another. That's orc. No, that looked like orc fodder for a second, but no, that was the Belegar footman right here. So they've jumped on down. See, this is a great fight for the Arthedain men at arms. They're just gonna be slicing through that. This is Carn Dum, one of the I'm gonna say original, but you've got to keep in mind I'm not as old. I'm not as veteran as a lot of the guys here. I played Third Age many years ago, but I've only really been playing Reforged for around a year. So Carn Dum for me is an original map at this point. So when I say that Carn Dum is one of the only original maps that actually has working siege towers, hopefully you understand what I mean. More on infantry. Ooh, can get sliced apart by these Westmark infantry, but hey, they'll do something. They're intense numbers advantage over there, over the Westmark infantry. What's that? They only start with 93 people in a unit? Damn, I thought they had a few more. How is this confrontation going again? Oh, they're already routing, damn. Yeah, you see, they've dealt a few kills, but no, it's I just don't think much was gained from that. It made him man the walls, which makes him more susceptible to arrow fire, but I don't know. Jasmine wants the window open, but I don't really want the neighbours to be listening to me talking about all this shenanigans right now. But hey, oh, a lot more. Yeah, these guys have started taking some damage now. How's the Mounted Company doing? They've taken a loss or two as well. I don't think they've gone for a charge. Maybe they have. Oh, Dragon's Breath Guildsmen. Oh, if they extend, he's lost micro on that for a second. I would go for a charge. I know he's focused on the front line, but you're gonna take a volley from the tribesman. But no, he's seen it. No, I don't think he would have had time. Oh, Dragon's Breath cannon there. Now, is this a good shot for him? Up and over. That could be nice, but I don't know what he's really going for. I did just fire. It's not firing anymore. I think it did just fire anyway. Belgar Footman, I think they maybe turned around and came back, but they're running away again now. All the while, just taking some tower damage. And that's free kills. That they'll be added onto Rohan's kills at the end of this, I believe. I wish you could kind of tell at the end of a battle sort of how many kills were actually done by these towers, because I do wonder that. Oh, what? Oh, you see, so this is more what I would have done. I would go in the towers in position, and I wouldn't have charged up just yet. Nice thing about this as well, you can use the tower if you're careful. You can use the tower to hide from the towers. Well, you can use your siege tower to hide from the arrow towers shots. Isengard is moving up now. Isengard quality. So Isengard infantry versus Westmark infantry is quite an interesting fight for sure. It's not the same as just throwing Morin on infantry at them. See, this is quite smart. It's always good to mix your units a bit, but each taking a gate allows for so much more focus on your area of the battlefield. And so it is smart that they've each done that, but it is like Rohan, as much as I like them in a siege, they do have a lot of weaknesses that the Dwarves would not. And but the Dwarves are not getting pushed right now, so if they really went for a push on Rohan, I'm certain that ULC would move to assist. Right now the only area that is really being pressured is Arthedain here on this side. Or the right side where Arthedain is stationed. I think it is just doing a bit of skirmishing, as this is how I take castles, or attempt to take castles. I do a lot of skirmishing in the beginning. I make sure I use up a fair bit of my archer fire. I take a lot of fodder archers to try and tease out the enemy ammunition. So it's fair enough that that's what the boys are trying to do now, especially given sort of Numenor's very bold attack at the start. He might want to be hanging back until his buddies are ready. Now, saying that, the towers are just currently killing orc fodder, and that's really not something that I think Nine is going to be too upset about. Dunlending clansmen as well, really nothing to get too worried about. Helmingus are opening fire. Okay, yeah, I what are they hitting? Dunlending veterans I could see taking a shot. I personally wouldn't be too bothered about hitting the clansmen, but but I think he's going for the veterans because I'm going to say competent in melee. For their price, they can get some good work done. Now, I don't think they've received an armor upgrade, because they can do so. I think all the Dunlending units can receive an armor upgrade. These clansmen definitely haven't. It is always fun. Like I've got a real thing for trying to make, I guess, sub factions. So when I play as Isengard, sometimes I like to take I try to basically turn Isengard into a Dunlending or a Dunland army, and just really beef out my Dunlending units a fair bit. What has happened to his the bottom of his clothing there? It's a shame. Ooh, oh, okay. See, this is quite clever. A few boys have been hit. A lot of boys. I'm sorry, boys, I've missed that. Get these Dragon Slayers out. They're way too exposed. Yeah, everybody's falling back now, but even, like, the Dragon's Breath cannon's a great counter-artillery piece. We've got another shot coming in. Just missed. Second blast just missed as well. Damn. That's a shame for Ruin. They could have really made it there, to be honest. These crossbows will definitely be missed. Oh, jeepers. Bunched up like that, that's the fear. But yeah, no, the catapult just cannot deal with that range. So the defenders will be pretty happy. That was sort of 2 volleys without a huge amount lost, but still a bit of fear. We have a real attack here, though. What? I would say this is the beginning of a strike. The Helmingus are firing away now, and that's definitely going to be racking up some good kills for them. A good mix of Isengard and Mordor forces here. Black Guard of Barad-dûr. They're coming into melee normally, and they can do that. They can do a good fight, but this is definitely something where this is definitely a part of sieging where Rohan does start to struggle, which is holding the line. Their spears do a good job, though, to be honest. And they're going to do a lot of damage, though. These are the Trolls of the White Hand and Mountain Trolls, so if these 2 troll units can be defeated efficiently, then that would be incredible. More on infantry getting thrown up here. Great to try and do this in tandem, so that the gate is being pushed while one of the walls is being hit. Helmingus are going to be opening fire, but at the end of the day they're hitting the left side, which is going to allow their shields to do something. And damn, these Westmark infantry are struggling. I guess it is the mixture of maulers and infantry that is making this quite difficult for them. But still quite surprising. Now, there's still no push on the centre, but it's coming. It's definitely en route now. Arthedain men-at-arms set up ready to go. Another push from Belgar Footman has just been tossed aside. I think one of the major struggles of Arthedain is, of course, a lack of armor piercing, and we didn't see the the Wardens of the North or the Dunedain Troll Slayers. I believe they're called. I'm not too confident with Arthedain. Oh, Arthedain, what are you doing? Careful, boys, careful. This is an accident, I'm sure. They've turned around. They've noticed it. That would have been scary. These bows need a... Ooh, or maybe it isn't an accident? If they can... Oh, it's definitely not an accident. Okay. If they're quick and careful about this can be great. Because this is a unit of bows. Oh dear. The Romena bows are decent enough in melee. This needs to they need to do something about this. They need to send somebody forward. But the more people they send forward, the less people they have watching out for this cav. That's a bit scary for sure. They're sending something up. I would say gathering my boys and moving up to this area so that you can defend it with less men is beneficial at this point. I don't know. He's pulling out now. Where are those bowmen going? Oh, the bowman managed to get out. That was the main sort of thing that you were hoping to get from this. Because now they have a shot. They've got a shot in the back. They've probably been using that shot. But all in all, this was a cool move from Sneak Man. Clever. Let's see how this attack has gone. I would have... Ooh, it's gone a lot better than I expected. I would have thought the Rohirrim would have done a lot more damage to this force than they have. They've done a lot of damage to it, to be honest. And in this area, the Olokai coming in, they will be probably able to mop things up. Now, of course, the issue with these 3 gates, the moment 1 gate falls, you need to fall back from all of them. And this is, of course, the issue with only focusing on 1 door each. Although you are able to pay a lot more attention to your entrance, you kind of lose track of the others. These spears are doing what they can. The enemy can't just run right through them. Over here, the Riddermark archers have been thrown into melee. They're not going to last too long. Good dwarves have arrived. That is definitely what is needed. Oh, the berserkers are coming in, but the berserkers can get absolutely ripped apart by a throwing axe. These shield maidens coming into melee, though, means that they're out. But we do have the dwarven axe throwers coming in now. They've got to push through on this side, and there's nothing really to answer to it. I think... Oh, no, he does have a backup line of defense of his more elite troops. Another unit of shield maidens there. So it does look like the defenders were prepared to lose this outer wall. And I think that's about to happen. Seeing this, to be honest, if I was ULC, I would be considering a retreat already. Arthedain would have a little bit more time, but I would still be thinking about getting out. He's come out again. But this Romain infantry, they are going to beat their descendants in melee, no doubt. And the same on this side. If you can whittle some of them down right now, though, like they'll pound for pound, the Arthedain men at arms will do something to them. They will weaken them. That looks like a routing Arthedain unit. They will 37 men. Hopefully they'll make it back to the town centre and they will not glitch out. But yes, they've got a good shot on them as they're running through that gate. Yeah, no, good. Mr. Sneakman is on a full retreat. Well, not full retreat, he's carefully retreating. And since he pushed them back like that, he has the time to do this. He could walk on back, yeah, which he is doing. So no, that was a cool move from him. And his Cav, I think his Cav did make a move and I missed it. Sorry about that. But down to 2 units now, unless the other unit is hiding somewhere, which is very possible. The Númenóreans, their armor and shield will allow them to take a lot of this archer fire, but the Cav being outside, the Cav being behind you is always just something to be wary of. Main gate is taking some pounding now. I think ULC is happy enough to lose these warriors. They're paying for themselves at the minute. But this left side has been breached now. I think he has. I think Rohan has definitely taken out a lot of the enemy forces, using up a few snag volleys. They were halted. Or were they? Yes, I think so. Yeah. And a lot. Oh dear, we could do with these axe throwers coming back from routing. But those pikes are in a good position to just capture them as they rout. So that was a very clever move from that. Some Helmingas here, just, oh yeah, that's good. Just pounding away at the pikes there is a great move. But yeah, the attackers have breached now. Even if they tried to rush, they just wouldn't really be able to catch too much. For these guys, yep, no doubt, but no, I just don't think it's worth it. I think it's better if they just take their time, reorganize. What are we at now? 29 for 31. Okay. That's okay for the attackers actually. At this stage in the battle, it's very normal and it's you know, it's not. I'm not saying it's good, but it's very normal for the attackers to be behind just a little bit. The issue here, I would say, for the orcs on this side is they've lost 2 of their troll units. They've still got the Olokai, I hope. Yes. Oh dear, but the Olokai have taken a beating. That's the only trolls they have left, so the attackers will be pretty happy about that, to be honest. that they've managed to deal with 2 troll units. And Eardy Egg, he's the healthiest of the attackers right now, I would say. He is coming in right now to strike straight away, which is good, I would say. I'm surprised that these Eastern Warriors, no, okay, good, it is turning around at the minute. It's back and forth. I'm surprised the Eastern Warriors are having so much trouble with that. These defenders are, they might be able to get back, and shunting them from the back there might even break the Eastern Warriors, allowing them a very easy run back. But I think he's just trying to force his way through. The Gabram here taking a wave of fire from up north. Oh, here's the other cat now. Hi, sweet boy. Yeah, these Ironfoot crossbows are. Ooh. I didn't see where that hit. Did it? Did it hit here? Damn, that's a shame. Yeah, that he's using it well. Like a nerdy egg is not. He's definitely not. He's definitely not doing things with it that it shouldn't be capable of. But he's just missing the mark again and again. Crossbows, great shot down here. The Gabram here have broken. They've taken a real beating. They should be back. I would really expect them to be back. Fire arrows coming in. Oh, that's the Nararim fire arrows. Some javelins coming into the back. That's some good use of javelins, I would say. Axe guard up here. Are they going to try and escape? I think they're going to try to escape. Interesting. If they rush down here right now, this is 2 javelin units, Snaga unit and orc javelins that they could bring down. Yeah, just reorganizing, getting everything inside. Now, of course, getting inside with everything is going to make that Cav's job a lot harder. Now, no, he does still have the 3 units. One is down to 9 though. So yeah, the effectiveness of that Cav is now going to be a lot less, I would say. But it's still outside, which still means that at a pinnacle moment, one quick rear charge could sort things out. Also, any of these routing units that may have possibly come back, he can chase them down. Ooh, shots coming in from all over. Arthur Dane again. Mr. Sneakman is not. He is just not willing to hang back and form a defensive line. He is counterattacking. Now this, I don't know if I agree with this counterattack. A lot of archer fire is coming into a system, but that archer fire would be coming in even if he wasn't counterattacking. Well, it's his own archer fire, of course, but it's just the Legion of Armenna loss. He's got nothing to match that. The pikes can do something for sure, but the defenders here, and he's getting hit by archer fire in return. I've seen Mr. Sneakman in a few battles. He likes to counterattack. He really does. So this is certainly not unknown from him. I just hope that he is in communication with his allies and they are all aware of what is going on. Oh, Ranger fire. But I'm sure these are all like well experienced players. They are not just going to be doing things without making each other aware of it. And if he can just neuter Numenor, pretty solid from him, to be honest. He's using up a lot of ammunition, but you know, this is kind of what you want to use your ammo for. This armor piercing ammo is going to be destroying the pikes. The center here, these dwarves, as I thought they have come out, are going to be terrible. Oh no, the Olokai. Is that? Oh, that's all the Olokai down. There are no more trolls left on the field here. Eastern Guard breaking in through. Dwarven miners have pushed back. Ironfoot spears and Ironfoot warriors. The center is kind of... Now, there's a lot of things that can be immediately thrown right in. I would say right now, though, the Rohirrim have a very sturdy line of defense and is not being pressured. Which it doesn't surprise me. You don't want to get a bunch of axes coming in here, so... Well, they're gonna move up some javelins there. It'd be a shame to use one of those axes, one of those throwing axes against a little orc javelineer, but they might have to, or they're just going to be receiving a few throws into their good quality spearmen now. One more pressure on the front as Rune. Ooh, careful boys, careful boys. This is I'm concerned about this. I would have not... Oh... I mentioned before in my last battle actually about the idea of using artillery pieces as like just battering rams, I guess, and you saw the effect there. It was against his own men, of course. But you can manipulate people around, but still, what's he doing? These Axe Guard are falling away, to be honest, and the Arthedain men at arms are fighting to the death. So the situation is sorted. Wow. Cheapers. That surprised me actually that they were just able to get that thing through without suffering too much. It was a very dangerous move, I would have said. What's left out here? Oh, the Gabra. Yeah, no. Dundane's scouts though, just going to be able to hammer into these very lightly armoured Balthroth boys, and right into the backs of these men is good too. It's all about, for the attackers right now, I'm sure it's all about just getting inside, just to get away from these Cav. The mounted company, even though they're light Cav, oh, okay. First, they had their swords out, and I was like, oh, they've used up their ammunition. But no, it's just being a doughball. So no, they're moving in. Okay. So when I said about a pinnacle moment coming in from behind, maybe this will be it. They're getting flanked. Numenorian infantry though will not break easy. Seafarers. Damn it. I didn't really get a good charge there, but still scary to be having men behind you. Whoa, what? Whoa, what? Oh no. Oh no. What? I don't know what happened. That's a high hope to goodness they come back. That's 17 of them. What the heck did that? That was a very good move. Whatever it is, I think it was maybe just intense arrow fire from Arthedain. That was clever. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of these Arthedain marksmen are out of ammunition now, but okay. So, are we seeing a lot of arrows on the ground? No, they've all faded away by this point. We're not even seeing corpses. I don't know. Maybe it was just a few people didn't get by, but yeah, oh well. Perhaps one of the boys in the game can let me know. I will probably go and rewatch it, and I might sort of throw a comment down and let everybody know what happened. But yeah, because that is a game changer. What are we at now? 51 for 50. It's still very close. Got to keep in mind though, Arthedain, Mr. Sneakman at the end of this, is going to be done. He just doesn't have anything in reserve here. Even these marksmen are getting moved up. It's going to be down to the rest of his team to defend this side, or they're going to have to fall back to the final position. So even though Arthedain is doing a heck of a lot of damage here to Numenor, he's removing himself from the game as well. Seafarers of Nindamos here, perfect shot on the Knights of Illuminus. And the Gate Guards. That's a smart move to get those guys up there. It's always a cool thing for me when the attackers are able to use the walls against defenders. And that's a perfect example of it. Farazim Swordmasters, again, they can beat everything here. Knights of Illuminus are really the main thing, and of course the Gate Guards of Illuminus, which they're still winning, and they're up against the Royal Guard, who are not pushovers. When you're using, I would have kept using my ammunition on these guys, but maybe he can't get a clear shot. It's so weird sometimes. The Swordmasters have come in. That is going to even the playing field here, no doubt. A few defenders slipping by. They're going to cut through hordes of archers. Belagar archers anyway. Is there still pressure? It's a careful, cautious pressure. Shadow bows here. Out of ammunition. I didn't see them using their ammunition. I'm sorry about that. But no, they'll hold the focus of this front line for a little while. Orc javelins. Not as important as the Seafarer javelins, so you're more free to use them as you please. Just killing off some dwarves is always good. And there's a proper... Ooh, I lied. I lied at my ass. There's still 4 of these trolls here. Dunlanig veterans, mixing up with these pikes here, fighting an uphill battle against the spears. Yeah, that's going bad. Well, It's going the way it's got to go is the problem. You've got to pressure this line. You've got to kill some people. Shield maidens, they've got ammo. They're waiting. Oh, interesting. Down here. I guess he's maybe just looking for like, where am I getting the best shot? Rather than really the target. Making sure every one of your axes hit is really sometimes more important than hitting the right unit. Not always, and very often it's not, but sometimes you just want to make sure you're doing damage. More on halberds, they've got some good punch. But if it's the berserkers, I think it's the berserkers he's going for, and that's smart. You're seeing these berserkers going down, no armor, lots of health, but that's exactly what the axes want. So, damn. But yep, Steward of Dale is probably one of the best like siege players I would say Reforged has to offer. Whoops. They've brought the catapult to bear at this point now, and this is a great position for it. We're at 64% for 63. Baljoth tribesmen running out of here, as you would when you've suffered that sort of damage. But the horde, the swarm is gone, so I would maybe hold fire. Oh no, he's thinking about it. Another shot, just going wild now. Nah, he's holding out. He's just wait until they build up again, which unfortunately there's not the reserves to build up again. Rune does have some men around this corner actually. Now is it gone over here? Dragon's Breath crew came back, thank goodness, or it's moved. Something's moved it. Perhaps they came back, but then a few of these men destroyed them. Damn. But no, we're not seeing anything there. So Numenor, although they are victorious as I thought they'd be, Numenor have lost so much. Dragon's Wrath Guildsman coming in. Oh, it's good to give your buddies some helping hands here. Dunedain scouts charging in and out. With so few men on the field now, he is able to micro these things a lot more. So even terribly, well, the unit certainly not built for charging, like the Dunedain scouts, can be brutally effective if you get them cycling in and out, in and out, and in and out. It can be great. Orc Muller's trying to chase them down. Nine has come all the way over here to help his buddies, so that's really good to see. If he can trap him, he could trap him right here. Oh, there's so few Roman infantry left. Orc Muller's good. Oh damn! Now they're gonna pierce through this way. Have they broken? No, they've not broken. There's still 22. Oh, at least now. That's the Arthur-Dane General down, finally. That might hurt their morale. Not too much, no. At least now they're on the defender's side off the battlefield. Dwarves have come over here to block this corridor, but a full unit of pikes and a full unit of spears, with the amount of ammunition that Numenor has used, they can't just hammer javelins into it. That's not going to be fun to pierce through. They don't have any... Oh, wait. Ooh. Am I... Yeah. Oh no, they're holding their axes. Damn. Yeah. I don't know. If Numenor... Oh. Okay, no. Here's how you break through. You of course can just move around, but at least then that allows you to have the fight on fair ground. Dwarves have fallen back from this main point here. The catapult, however, has not. One of his slowest units. But I think the amount that it's been firing recently, it's probably going to be done anyway after this. So he's not too worried. The dwarves holding as is their nature. Scion Rim, they're decent pushing units. Now pushing dwarves around is not easy, but maybe if you use them to break through, that could be more effective. Ah, more pikes coming in. I don't know. I just don't see how they're breaking through that centre. How about this right side? Out of ammunition now, which that was really how Rohan was doing a lot of their killing. They're still doing okay in melee though. We're seeing some Dunlending berserkers there, so did see berserkers on the front line. Oh, dragon slayers coming in. Do we have the Naz High? Yeah, we're seeing 49 Naz High. They will do some good damage, but what will be left of this force after they push through? The crossbows, they've got a good shot, I believe. This is really nice, actually. Yeah, that is fantastic, actually. Yeah, this is a good place for those crossbows. We're seeing some Shadow Guard in reserve. Again, coming over to help your allies wherever you think your units are best used. Oh, it's good to communicate as well. Don't just throw half your army over to one side if your allies expect you to be pushing yours. Rune has more men left in reserve than I thought he did. I thought he was just about finished, to be honest, but no, he's conserved his power. And where are these? Are these guildsmen coming around? Yeah, I think they might be moving round to the front. Going to be a little bit more tired when they get there, because they're running all the way, but they've got some good energy. That's another half army left. Don't know who that is. These men will have arrows to burn. You know, 19 of them using up the whole squad's worth of ammo, or whole unit's worth of ammo. I'd probably go for the Sons of Durin. Or not. Nah, I think he probably is just wanting to go into the front of the pipeline, which is fair enough. But yeah, you can get some good hits there. And he's willing to just sort of take his time with that while everything else is moving around him. Numenor has lost a lot of his troops, so it's not too bad. When you're in that position, sometimes you do just need to keep on losing troops for the good of for the greater good, but sometimes it is a good idea to just hold back and let your friends take some losses for a bit. Catapult here. Narim, they're out of ammunition, but they have competence in melee, as most good quality archers have. They don't have much in reserve here. The orcs have been taking a beating, or the orcs and Uruks. But Rohan's just about broken, I would say. They've still got quite a big blob, but it's no longer the nice sort of surround that they had previously. It is more of just a face-to-face brawl. And crossbows coming up and over. Oh, that's good. That's some good shooting. It's always nice to just find these little moments where it's one of the real jewels of Medieval 2, because of how quirky the range units are. When you do find a perfect arc and you use it to great effect, it can be very satisfying. Main line is broken now, with, as I say, got almost a full unit of Gamprim in reserve. Dunedain's scouts, they no doubt came out for a cheeky charge there. Mr. Sneak would have just not been able to resist it. I'm just really proud that these Dragon's Breath boys have come back as many times as they have. Who's that dead? Hard to say. It didn't say anything. Could be Rohan dead, or it could be the Isengard. I'm seeing the Uruk. It's just the Urukai infantry. I'm seeing a Nazgul. It could have been even the if that's where he put his general. I never like to put my general in with the Nazgul, but some people like to do it. Yeah, they're just about to break. Yeah, no, they're gone now. And that's them back to the final line of defense. 83 for 83 for 79, which is that's when you're starting. Oh, there they are. I knew they'd be kicking about somewhere. And we've not seen them on the front line. They've got their ammunition. Obsidian Guard here. They do have a lot of powerful... I've still not muted my phone. Sorry about that. Dunedain Scouts coming out again. Yeah, which once you fall back to this last position, they're useless. So it's good that he is trying to use them. The catapult is running. Oh, if the scouts try to their best to defend the catapult, that's a lot of ground to cover. It's not a lot of ground for these guys to cover, though. They're going to block that. He needs to go around the other way. Nope, he can't go around the other way. These brave axe throwers just doing what they can, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Urukai infantry have already sort of slipped on through. Oh man. Nah, no way. That catapult is not getting home. Not with the Numenorians behind it. What? Stop moving. Stop. They've stopped it. Oh, we're seeing some out of ammunition shield maidens running forward. Trying to hold back the swarm for a little bit longer, but it's just throwing units. They can fight in melee, no doubt, but it's all just throwing units holding back that swarm right now. A quick charge there. Nobody fell, but, you know, a charge is a charge. Well, nobody on the enemy side fell. Again, just trying their best to get this catapult back. It's moving again. They've got one in. That's all they need. One is... the only thing they can do now is break the crew. No, they've done it. They have... blooming heck. They've... yeah, that's pretty surprising, actually. Very, like, good sacrifice from the Shield Maidens. Good sacrifice from the Dunedain Scouts. And... yeah, Matt tried his absolute best to force those infantry through, and Domain was coming, but as I say, those charges from the scouts were just keeping him back. So that was executed well from everybody, I would have said. But and these Shield Maidens actually managed to get a lot of their number back in. Actually, they might be broken. No, they're just shaking. Yeah, they'll make it back, unless losing them has broken it. Nope. Yeah, that's some more people there just to hold the line. Now what do we have? I'm going to slow it down for a minute. Slowing it down from a very long battle. Jeepers say this is going to be about an hour and a half long, no doubt. We've got some tribesmen there. No ammunition from there. Gap Rim. Gap 2 just about full units of Gap Rim. If they can avoid throwing weapons, they can be very powerful. But that catapult is inside, that's still very scary. Dragon's Wrath Guildsmen, great. Still fresh, yeah. They've got some time to rest here, which is probably a good idea with some of these more tired units. Flag Rim there, Narem, yeah, good. So Rune, what he's got left is quality, with the exception of the tribesmen, of course. Mordor has been a bit of a pincushion. He's still got these Orc Maulers that he sent round to the left. Numenor is on their last legs, I would say, but what they have left is extreme quality that can defeat a good few dwarves, or no more Arthur. Oh, there's a handful of Arthedain soldiers left. It really is down to the dwarves here. That side is no. To be honest, that side is mainly Rohan. So, but Rohirrim infantry are not going to match Numenorians. Luckily for them, though, the Numenorians are focusing on the left, and these Seafarers are out of ammo, as I said, but they're still good. As for what is being arrayed on this side, got some Sarons as well, got some more pikes, Urukai infantry, always solid, Snagus skirmishers, Camel Shadow Guard there, and Snagus skirmishers. These skirmishers are now just they're not going to do anything. They're going to swing away uselessly, but
seems almost certain.
Commentators on their side. Commentators still on their side. Dragon's Breath artillery crew out of ammunition. It's 11 men. You know, there's really this is just not. You're not going to get good shots in this final position, I wouldn't say. If you got the mouth of your cannon right here, maybe, but that's just not going to happen. Whereas the catapult is going to be a lot more powerful. So as for the defenders, we've got the Helmingus, Eastmark Spears, some Westmark Marshals, Arthedain Men-at-Arms, oh dear me, some crossbows there. They have ammo? They do have ammo, okay. Sons of Durin there, they've not received much focus. I saw their red here and thought half of them are bloodied, but no. One pikeman and one banner carrier there. Just the most highest morale pikemen. Then we've got some Obsidian Guard. Dunedain Scouts, 4 of them left. I didn't see much from them, I'm afraid. Okay. To be honest, if I was the boys, I would have my men standing here, and I would attack from this side. And if they decide, and I would just sit here, and if they decided to move that catapult over, then I would swing my men back over. You need to abuse that catapult. You can't allow that to fire into you, I would say. I'm certainly not in any way, shape or form an expert though, but this is just what I would be throwing out to my team, because these units, they're good morale. There's not a lot of fodder over here, with the exception of the snagger, but we're not counting the snagger. You know, it's crossbows there, okay, but it's just you've got to be very good morale to avoid just breaking when artillery is slamming away at you, which we saw in the last battle with the Dragon Slayers. So back up to normal speed now. I think, oh jeepers, there's going to be a long while. I think I might actually speed it up, because it's we've got a long while left of this battle. Still well over 10,000 frames, 15,000 frames to go. So so I will speed it up. But yeah, I just the percentages are still deep in their side as the attackers. With the camels chosen there as well, I didn't spot them. They'll be able to go toe to toe with a lot of these units. They don't have well, don't believe they have AP, so some of the dwarves will definitely be laughing at them for a while, but still, skilled infantry is skilled infantry. And they won't be breaking easy. Oh goodness. Okay, are we moving up? Not yet, we're moving real close. They've got crossbowmen. Now, because of how close these men are to the gate, as soon as that gate opens, they're pretty much in melee. So I'm just wondering, like, are you better trying to do something up and over with your crossbows? Line them up here. Can they get a good arc? I don't think so. No, they're too close. Anything to do on this side? I don't believe. Line up there, get that flank, maybe. Just trying to think of anything to just weaken the defenders down that little bit, which could just help out the attackers during when the real attack comes. The attackers are taking some time to just rest up their boys and also get everybody and planning. Like, this is when you have these moments of calm, this is something that I really... Oh, they're being fired upon. Camels chosen receiving crossbow fire. That's a good move. It was only one shot. I don't think he's got much left. That might have actually been his one remaining shot. Well, those Dragon Slayers are down to only 22 now. I don't know what happened to those crossbows. There they are. Are they out of ammunition now? No, it doesn't look like it. No, they just wanted to give one quick volley at him. No, that was smart though. I would be tempted to keep going. But no, this is one thing that I just love about medieval sieges in comparison to the newer games. You get these moments of calm. Like, that's something that happened in sieges, in, you know, like every siege in real life. You know, you don't just get, like, as soon as a breach is made, it's like bam, 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 bam. No, like, things slow down. And well, you know, I'm sure there are many sieges in real life where it has just been a constant stream, but like there are always moments where people need to rest up and think about how they're breaching through the next section. And that's something that I think is just missing from the newer Total War games. I know it makes battles seem like, I know it makes battles take a heck of a lot longer, but no, I miss it. I definitely miss it. I'm gonna go up to ×6, I feel. But okay, we've got some movement here from these crossbows. That's a lot of Uruk-hai crossbows left. Yeah, you see it be if all of these Uruk-hai crossbows are unable to fire off their shots, then that's just terrible. So even if you're not getting an amazing arc, you may want to consider just doing some up and over shots, just to make sure that these guys use up all of their ammunition. Maybe they each kill 10 more men. That's 10 less men on the front line. So it's fair. Oh, they've already been doing that. Yeah, that has been quite effective. The right side does seem a lot lighter, doesn't it? But I think the right side seems lighter just because people have been pulled back from crossbow fire. Yeah, moving your men around like that, spreading them out is important, and it's quite a clever move from the defenders. And of course they can move back and forth across this little area in no time at all. So if the crossbowmen rushed around to this side, they're already on the other side. The only thing that they can really outpace is the catapult. And still, that's quite difficult. Yep, no, I think these crossbows, no, they're holding fire, just thinking about it. We'll go back up to faster speed. Camel's Chosen moving around to the left, along with the Berserker. I'm so surprised to see Berserkers are still standing. Oh, of course, they needed rams. Silly me. I thought that, for some reason, I thought these gates could just be walked through. Like, yeah, some of the final holds in maps you can do that, but
The enemy are battering down the gates.
but no. Silly me. It's good that they're doing it on both sides at the same time. So with that busted, now we can think about advancing. Gotta wait for the left side to break through, won't take much longer. Alright. Okay, no, yep, good. We are immediately going in. The guys are not wasting time. Dragon's Wrath Guildsmen leading the charge, or nope, they were. But the Roman infantry were not allowing them to take that glory. Well, they need to get bunched up real close. The Legislated Guard are going to be using their ammunition anyway, to be honest. But oh no, they need to just be pressed right up against this. I think even if they were pressed right up against it, it wouldn't matter. Crossbow fire coming in, that's some good shit. Yeah, for sure. Because these guys are great in melee afterward. Oh, this side is being pressured too, but carefully. That's smart. Just getting your... just bit by bit. These are not exceptional quality troops. It's sword maidens, backed up by Helmingus, backed up by Westmark Marshals. The only thing you're really scared of there are the Westmark Marshals. And yeah, that's good actually. Just pressuring little bit by little. Okay, don't get both of these units in at once. I would say one of these. Oh, I guess he just really wants to win here fast and break through. Oh dear. I think that is. Oh, I would have only put in one at a time myself, because you've just got this bunch here now, and more men are coming in now. That's Helm's Hammers. They will definitely require something more effective to deal with them, to be honest. Urkai infantry coming in now too. Try and keep an eye on that catapult. I have patience troubles, definitely. I always do struggle with my patience, but he is being careful with it. Now something here, I think those Helm's Hammers maybe were pulled back just because of the risk of friendly fire. Because worst case scenario right now, one of these shots plows right into the back of this. Terribly upsetting, but not game destroying. But if half of those Helm's Hammers were lost in a friendly fire incident, that would be horrendous. Fires and Swordmaster there, doing what he can, struggling actually.
We have lost control of the city.
There are some Dragon Slayers mixed in there, so they might be going for it. Over the rest of the line though, the Rohirrim units are just, even the Legislated Guard are struggling. Might have sailed. Yeah, I often overpronounce words, but yes, shove in extra vowels where they're totally unnecessary. Guildsmen here, struggling. Their skill will keep them safe for a while. Dragon Slayer's having a bit of difficulty now. Okay. Right. Oh dear. So we missed the first volley. But that's messy. That's a lot of guys dead. Very scary too. But it's the bulk here, and that's it's so close, and it's so dangerous to hit that. So maybe 2 units was good. He does have more space than I thought.
Our men are in control of the city.
The Sons of Durin will help out here,
Lord,
but
we have
Gabrim
lost control of the city.
are good. When Gabrim can be fighting properly alongside each other, they are tough to break. The Obsidian Guard will do so though. What have we got mixed in here? It's just Urukai infantry. Yeah. I don't think they've got anything to really deal with these exceptional elites. Oh, sorry about that. Missed a shot again. That was a good hit. Started right here, just before his line. That was good. Clever. Oh, lots of men dead actually there. Jeepers. He always shoots just as I look away. Jeepers sake. Sorry about that. And again, sort of same path. Snaga are running. These men are a lot better trained, with much more discipline, so they're going to be holding better. 91 for 88 now, so they have started to pull it back a bit. Helm's hammers were thrown in on the right side, which is fair. That's where I think they are needed. Camel's chosen though, another elite infantry unit coming in. They've got nothing in reserve, apart from 4 scouts. Numenorian general down. It's going to affect their morale, but when Numenorians start running, you know that it's... Oh, saying that, I just saw some seafarers turn around. Saw some Roman infantry turn around. Damn. Crossbows. They can get... Okay. Yeah. They could do some good damage there, but it's... Camel's chosen. Will hold the line well and they'll get some good kills for it. But the right side, which was definitely their weaker side, has started to come back under their control now. And it looks like the left as well is doing okay. The catapult's actually coming over to the right. No? It's either coming... Yeah, I think it's coming over to the right. I would trust the Obsidian Guard to be able to deal with this. Is there anything left in reserve? Bane Guard. Very tired Bane Guard. Pikes. And Urukai infantry. It's nothing with the quality to go toe-to-toe with that. Berserkers. Berserkers are cheering. That's a good... That's a smart move. Yeah, just cheering right next to the gate will scare the enemy a little bit, but they need some other morale shocks. Crossbow fire here. Gonna be doing some good work. Yeah, catapult is moving. See, so this... Yeah, right, so this has sparked a bit of a charge. As soon as I saw that catapult moving, or maybe not as soon, but when it started moving a bit, I would have maybe been tempted to get the... Is he doing it? Yeah, he's doing it. There we go. I would have been tempted to get the Nazhai around, but that is what's going on there. Because the Nazhai are the type of unit you want going toe-to-toe with these. The Gabrim are holding better than I would expect it, to be honest, but this is the fight that they've been wanting. They have been denied this sort of action the whole way through this battle, but it's working now. And now the catapult's got to move back to the left, so it's, as I say, it's all about trying to just keep ULC panicking, keep him thinking, right, nope, I need it here, need it there, and just the more time it's moving, the less time it's shooting. Crossbows are, yeah, nice. It's good they saved some ammunition. The main infantry just sort of walking around behind the lines. If this guy could just get some backstabs, that'd be great. Oh, what are you doing? Stop, just walk and fight. He's bumped into somebody now, he's got to fight. Ah, damn. Oh, dude, no. You could have done some great work here.
Curses! Our men no longer command the city.
Oh well, nope. That's fair. What are we at here? 94 for 92. Only 2% away now. Catapult is preparing. Gosh, any man killed here would be a terrible shame. The Nazhai need to push up. They're trying their best. Yeah, you're seeing them just running. Matt will definitely be giving them just charging orders over and over again, just trying to work their way through this line. Because he does not want to lose a man to a catapult. Oh, okay. Okay, some men have broken through. Are they going to engage the because if they engage the catapult, it can't fire. Half-orc Bane Guard have slipped on through. That's a cool helmet that guy has.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
What we got here on the right? We're a Legion of Army. Everything is wavering. But if it stays, they're winning. They're winning very nicely on this side. Oh no, the catapult's properly engaged now. And those Obsidian Guard are falling away. I'm surprised at that actually. I would have thought the Obsidian... I guess the Nazhai, the Bane Guard and their AP, but still. I thought the Dwarven Elites would have you know, been a lot scarier than that. But no, it was good time to use the... Oh, is that a Nazgul? There's still 6 Nazgul left. Wow, they've been slipping by me. Yeah, no, this is a trouble now. Royal Legion of Armena lost there. They're going to be doing all right, no doubt. There's not many of them left, but I think there's 2. One of them's the banner carrier. I don't know where the other guy is. Hopefully he's somewhere nice and safe behind the lines. But fires them Swordmasters, 2. Yeah, Numenor is definitely taking a bit of a beating here. That's how I've broken through. Yeah, as soon as they make contact with that right side, that'll be over.
My lord. The enemy is no longer...
So I'll speed up here a bit. 1 catapult man there. So that was pretty damn close. I'm quite surprised. Of course, I really one thing, really tremendously appreciate people sending me battle reports in which they lose, because it kind of shakes things up. Mighty is great, and what Mighty does, of course, he covers up the minimap and he covers the balance, so you don't know who sent it, you don't know who's going to win, and that's nice. I like to have the minimap there, just you know, I will always kind of forget what's going on one side of the battlefield, and if you can just maybe have a quick look at the minimap and just think, okay, yeah, I've got an idea, you know, it's yeah, but it is definitely smart what he does, but it's just not what I want to do. So if I constantly get reports that the person that sent it in wins every time, it's yeah, you know, like everybody's just gonna expect that. But so it's great when you get like a wild card like this, just so that people can think, oh, maybe they won't win. But no, that was cool. I don't think anybody, I don't like. I thought the defenders, I thought the attackers would lose it. I didn't think that they had enough numbers. I would have felt a lot more comfortable had there been another like 400 orcs on the field. You know, just like 400. Like I would have maybe, or maybe the Rune to have taken a lot more of his lower tier units. But you know, Numenor, and maybe even Numenor taking some like Belagar pikes or something like that. But no, it was really really good, and maybe this does sort of lend some credence to the idea that these more elite attack armies are working and working really well. So let's have a quick look through these dwarves here. Obsidian Guard there, a lot of kills, but it really took the Nazhai to break the Obsidian Guard at the end. So, you know, they could have killed a lot more, but yeah, they were just up against some good quality men at the end. Dwarven Miners did a lot better. Like we saw the Dwarven Miners holding the line for ages up against those Eastron Warriors, which they're not. That's not the type of combat that the Dwarven Miners are made for. So I'm pretty happy with that. 3 of these Ironfoot Warriors. Wow, one of them racking up a lot. I think that was probably the guy on the wall right from the start that kind of got left behind. And Rune, I think he probably cut through a lot of Baltroth tribesmen, maybe trying to jump up onto the walls to get a good throwing position. And the other 2 did their part. You know, men-at-arms infantry are, it can be a real hit or miss, like what they end up getting kills-wise. The 3 Ironfoot Spears there to just hold the line, spearmen just being mass. Pikes, whoa, wait a second. What happened? What happened to that man there? Again, I'll try to have a look through, but perhaps ULC can explain. Maybe it was a Dragon's Breath cannon shot that I just missed and absolutely devoured that unit, because that's rare to get like no kills. And maybe somehow deployed outside of the map and just died right away. I don't know. Ironfoot Pikes there did a fair bit better. The Axe Guard, yeah, racking up a lot of kills there. Axe Guard are pretty exceptional, and Dragon Slayers, they were put in on the left up against that secondary charge, or the charge of the second line, so they were able to rack up a lot of kills. The Sons of Durin, they were always like hovering around battlefields, but they were only really put in right at the end. So to rack up like 111 kills, you know, at the end of a fight is pretty good. Maybe they were being charged in and out without me spotting them, but no, it was nice. Then, especially up against the Númenóreans, but their big old hammers are going to break through their armor. Not too bad. Two of these axe throwers, always, yeah, solid choice in a siege. And Ironfoot axe throwers can hold the line. Certainly not as good as warriors, but they can do it. And then the crossbows, yeah, great. The catapult though, 567 kills. That is pretty exceptional. It wasn't just being used at the end as well. It was being used. I thought it was going to get lost in the middle of the fight, and no, so that was. And I thought it was going to get lost at the start, but the Dragon's Breath cannon was firing at it. So no, it had a few like close scrapes, but no, it did good. Stuart Dale again, like showing that Rohan can be good in siege, and you know it is a sensible choice. Like, yeah, people just think Rohan, they think Cav, they think, oh, what are you doing? You're a silly boy. But no, it's good. It can work, and yeah, he made it work here today. The axe, not the axe throwers. Well, the axe throwers, but the maidens, they did very well. Mr. Sneakman, he was up against Númenor. You've got to keep in mind, so that's why his kills don't seem as bulked out as the others, because every man that he was killing, well, the vast majority of the men he was killing were Númenóreans. I think it is his nature to counterattack. He does it in most battles. I remember seeing a Thranduil's Hall siege from a very long time ago, and he had half of his army deployed outside of the initial 3 choke points, just hiding, dotted around the forest, and he killed heaps of boys. That was a great one. So no, it's just what he does. So the defenders would have known that that's what was going to go on, and they were prepared for it, and I'm sure that they were in good communications throughout. I think, had he, instead of taking 2 units of Dunedain scouts and 1 Dunedain mounted company, if he had gotten something like, goodness forbid, the Knights of Numinous, but like Forest Erin Knights, or you know, something with more of a charge bonus, we could have been talking about massacre here, because the boys were not ready for it. I don't think they were ready for it, you know, like right in the front of those like when Númenor was facing up against him. Now I know he would have done something different if he saw something with such a high charge bonus, but you know, there were no spears or pikes on that front line. It was infantry that were watching for him, and just slamming even right in the front of them with a good charge bonus is going to rack up kills fast. Matt Rasp there, I was pretty fond of like everything he was doing throughout that battle. I thought it was smart. A Nerdy Egg, sorry, that wasn't him. He was getting goofed around by the Cav a lot in the beginning, and he was clever with how he countered it. He didn't have the tools to like easily counter it, but he was good with how he did it, and I think it was smart, kind of just, it sounds sad to say it, but just leaving one of those Gamprim out to the wolves to just take arrow fire was the best choice of action. You know, it was all he could really do, and it was good that he was far less aggressive in the first line of defense, but then as soon as they breached through the second, he was right in there. Like, there was no messing about, like waiting for his, you know, he went right for it to keep the attention of him and try to bring down that catapult. It sucks about the bloody Dragon's Breath cannon. That got just messed around. That was so, yeah, unfortunate. And like that initial shot, I don't even know what the hell was going on with that. But hey, Domain, don't know what was going on with those Belgar footmen in the start, but no, after that he did really well. I think he was good. He was good and patient with his armor piercing arrows. I would have been so tempted to just be like, oh, Cav, yes, fire away. But no, he was good to resist that, and no, he got through nicely. And 9, I was surprised to see him bring over a unit of Orc Mullers all the way to the left. That's like the other end of the battlefield, and but Numenor needed them. Numenor needed that help just to help shut down the Cav, and it was good that they showed up there in time. And those Nazgul, I think, were pretty pinnacle in ending the battle when it did. I was scared when they all lost their crossbow at the start. I really thought that was going to be it. But anyway, this has gone on this has gone on long enough, about an hour and a half. So yeah, thank you very much.